Welcome to the place. I will serve as your host and life mentor. I am Nick Shaw, the living legend of hair loss. Here's what we need to consider. When one person says something to another person, they're often revealing something about their own identity, and that's reflecting onto the person they're speaking to. By the end of this video, you will have the opportunity to decide which side of the fence that you're on. Let's get to work. I made a video that was called "My Wife Would Get a Hair Transplant Even Though I Wouldn't," because I made a video with her and I asked her, if you were a man, would you get a hair transplant? And she said, if money weren't an option, why not? So if you want to check out that video exists. So our great friend, Master Exploder, he's been watching my videos for a long time, commenting on many videos, and many videos have been created because of comments he's left, and this is no exception. Let's check out his comment, and by the end of this, you get to decide who you agree with, me or him. We're not enemies. I like the guy. I'm very grateful, but I think it's important that we can have open discussions and collaborations and conversations. I'm a libertarian. I'm not about debating, but if we can have a conversation about it, we can understand ourselves better, and maybe that would help undecided voters out there decide how they feel. Here we go. Here's the comment. Quote, "When you ask women what guy they imagine, they will hardly name a bald guy as far as what they see in an attractive guy. If asked about a bald guy, they might say no, or it's okay, or I don't mind. Even Nick's wife says she wouldn't mind getting a hair transplant. It's rather expensive business, so it's not her first thing on her list, but she admits she would go for it if there was enough money. Women prefer guys with hair. You have to compensate with money or muscles, or marry before baldness totally happens. They usually won't divorce you at that point. I rest my case." End quote. So let me just point out what I disagree with in that comment there. Well, you have to marry before the baldness happens, and I've already made a video about this. Well, what happens? Okay, guess what? Here's the girl you want to marry. You're 25 years old. Your balding hasn't kicked in yet. Bam, marry her at age 26. And then your 30th birthday, you start aggressively balding. And then it's like, haha, gotcha, you're stuck with me now. But then those same people will say, well, now she's going to divorce you, which is exactly what this conversation went. So if you keep looking in the comment, in that whole strand there, he does leave me a link on here talking about a story where, here's the headline: "Wife seeks divorce 2 days after marrying a bald man." So, and here was my reply. I'm going to read my reply to that. I said, I think you would agree that the people in this article are crazy to begin with. We cannot assess these situations as the norm. The divorce occurred because the person, the woman in this case, was crazy. I stand by my claim that no woman has ever divorced a man because he went bald, only because she was insane. And I've got a video about that. That's the thing. So many people who watch my channel truly believe that women don't want to date a guy who's balding. They definitely won't marry him. And if they do marry him and he starts going bald, then she'll divorce him. So many people live in that toxic mindset that watch my channel, which is completely against the identity of everything I'm about and everything I teach in this channel. But still, and they always will believe that, which is why I have to keep making videos to address it. But let's just think about that for a moment. If we're looking for proof, and the only proof we can find is very obvious, and I say proof, the proof we find, okay, here's a woman who divorced her husband because after 2 days she realized he's bald or whatever. She's crazy. So you're going to determine your time, energy, and money when it comes to hair loss based on a crazy lady on the internet. Not in real life, but on the internet. Otherwise, if we're going to continue to buy into that whole theory that women do not want to be with a bald guy, then I would not want to be you because you believe that. Not because you're balding, but because you believe that. I do not want to exist in that reality. Therefore, I have created this channel so that people can be reminded that on the other side of that screen you're looking at is a guy who lives in a decent reality where, in this whole thing about, here's another thing I disagree with, and again, all due respect, it's about collaboration. It's not about a debate here. But here's another thing. When the thing about the muscles, let me pull that up again, where it says women prefer guys with hair. You have to compensate with money or muscles. Okay, so when he says that, you have to compensate with money or muscles. Here's what I'm going to say. If you really want to know what women want, if they could choose hair, muscles, or money, you know what they provide? What they'd ask for? None of those. You don't want to hear that, though. Do you know what I'm going to say is the thing they actually want? And you're going to hate it because it's true. People often hate the truth. But just like in Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom, truth, fact. Can we know the difference? You ready for the answer? What women really want? Love. They want unconditional love. They want someone to love them despite their own flaws. Well, this is getting a little bit real because what about our own flaws? Now, granted, the money helps too. They want love. Comments? Right here.